Cause I see people they don't really know you. They don't really know you. I've been drinking more alcohol for past. Did you check on me? And did you notice me? I walked in the room as I read and I don't spoke banger. Did you check on me? I think we put this one down. Cause I put a smile on my face. Cause I used to see people. They don't really know you. They don't really know you. Cause I used to see people. They don't really know you. They don't really know you. I've been drinking more alcohol. Did you check on me? Did you notice me? I. How can someone like the live and yet there was no one here? Hi DIY, how are you doing? I was going to start complaining. Do you want some juice? I forgot to text Fiona. She will eat me. If you don't text Fiona and tell her we are here. Oh, that is good. Have you gone to work today? I just thought about it. I'm like, please come for some. I'm going to put some ice. I made ice made out of what? Passion fruit juice? Fiona, hi. I was like, let me go and text Fiona and tell her that I'm on live, but I didn't want to go for live because I'm making juice for me. I think 3 would be enough. You know, someone said when you want to make your juice, you don't want to dilute your juice as you're taking it. You make like the ice from the. Guys, yesterday they killed me, my mom. Okay, not yesterday, today in the morning. I woke up and my mom didn't sleep until. That's good. My mom didn't sleep until 4. She's like, I stayed up until 3 and I prayed. I said a prayer at 3 because there is that saying that when you pray at 3, you know, the Catholics believe that if you pray at 3, the prayer is heard or something like that. I don't understand it, but yeah, that's the theory. So yesterday I came back from my mom's. Like when I was leaving her workplace, I'm like, I have a migraine and I want to go for my evening walk. So I persist. I'm like, I have to go for my evening walk. I reach the place where I start my evening walk from, and my head, like the thing is literally covering this eye, and I'm only using one eye. So I walk into a pharmacy. I'm like, do you have normal paracetamol? No, they don't have normal paracetamol. They have Panadol Extra. I don't take that anymore. So I tell them, do you have like, can I buy like that one, but one? She's like, no, we saw the whole strip. I'm like, who's going to take that entire medicine? I don't want to have this medicine in my house because I'll be tempted. So they tell me, no, they don't tell one, they tell the entire strip. I just walk out. I'm like, let me just go and buy what I got and buy what and I buy chocolate and I walk out. And I start walking because I'm like, I want to walk. My headache was getting worse. So I just stop a boda guy and I'm like, I need to go home. Okay, that's my landlady calling. But I can't pick it up now. I have glasses, DIY. I wear glasses. Just yesterday was a stressful day for me. And the whole of last week has been stressful for me, but I think I haven't noticed. Why am I saying that? The past month has been stressful for me. Let me say it like that. But I don't think I noticed that I was so stressed. But I realized that I wasn't eating. Like, I know, guys, I have to confess this, but I wasn't eating. Even when my grandmother was here, like if you'd see me eat, like I would spend the whole day without eating, and then I would have that meal. Like if I have breakfast with them, then I spend the whole day without eating. So I wasn't eating, and I don't even know how to say it. So yesterday when my mom asked, I told my mom I have a headache. She's like, "Have you eaten?" And I realized that the whole day I hadn't eaten. And then I tell her no, and she's like, "You need to get something and eat." So that's why I went and bought chocolate. Like on Sunday, guys, I had crisps, a bag of crisps, only that. So it's like, even today I haven't eaten. I had 3 eggs just a while ago, and then I had chocolate. I just finished my chocolate, guys, and now I'm having a glass of juice. But today I think I'll reward myself. I'll just get myself a chicken Rolex as I'm coming from church. So yeah, I've been stressed, and I think like you don't notice when things are happening, when stuff are going on. But the moment like you're free, and now my body's like, I don't have any stress. I just stay at home now. It's like my body's releasing everything, and it's just like I get migraines now. But yeah, I haven't taken any more paracetamol. I hate taking medicine, but that's what happened basically. You should, but I don't eat like that one. I don't eat that one. I eat some like there is this guys called Manzi Rolex from our church. They sell Rolex at our church. Oh my god, they're so good. I don't know if there are any Muslims here. I don't. It's done. You know, it's done. It was here. I'm making it a habit to buy different types of chocolate, but I have bought this one my third time, so it's nice. It's dark chocolate. But yeah, these guys make Rolex. If you're Muslim here, I'm sorry in advance. Chocolate is done. Papa, these guys make. Yeah, I'm a chocolate addict. That is why I don't buy chocolate and store it in the house because I'll end up eating it all the time. But yeah, these guys make pork Rolex. I said I'm sorry if you're Muslim here. They make pork Rolex and then they make chicken Rolex. I prefer that chicken Rolex. I think because I'm a chicken fan. So yeah, that's me. I'm done talking. So I was hiding away from. Like I said, I would wake up and I do a live. I woke up at 6 in the morning. I went to bed at around 8 or 9. I'm not sure, but whatever time I went to bed yesterday, I woke up today in the morning. If you go to the shop and buy Rolex, like buy chocolate. There is chocolate in your shops. Exactly. So this one I opened it today. It was like this, like that big Cadbury, not like the big one, like the I don't know medium size or the second last big size. Yeah, that's what I had, and I had it all. I don't know. It's called Terravita. That chocolate, I like it. I like the dark chocolate. They have mint, but I feel like that's yeah, I'm going to try and buy it. I haven't had it in a long time because there was this period where I was having it every week, and then I got tired of it, and I was just like, I can't do any more of this. And I usually don't like to carry things when I'm coming back from church because I go for my evening walk, and it's like you're made a target. Fiona, go and buy chocolate. DIY, buy Fiona chocolate. She wants chocolate. Same. So I kept this last piece, and then I went out. I've been cleaning outside. I carried our rubbish outside. I went and I picked, did some weeding outside there, swept, and now I'm here to do my utensils. What did I? But yeah, I've been lazy in bed. I love chocolate. Like, let me tell you guys, I love chocolate so much. This one time I buy chocolate for my cousin, my nephew, and Mandem does not want to share. What do I do? And at this point, I was like, I'm not ready to be a mother. I'm still a baby myself. I went and I switched off the light. I took a bite from his chocolate. I put it back where it was, and I went. I switched on the light, and he picked up. What does that mean? What what does that mean, Fiona? And I switched back the light, and he had his chocolate in the hands, and he looked at it, and he looked at me, and he looked at it, and he looked at me, but he could not say that you ate it. He could not blame me because he had his chocolate in his hand. He hadn't seen me eat it. I wasn't chewing. He had nothing to do. I was like, I'm not ready to be a mother because if I can still sell a little child's chocolate, my nephew is mean. He doesn't like sharing. So I was teaching him how to share because me, I am share. I got my money and bought you. You're supposed to give me. The only thing he can eat alone is milk. He can drink his milk in peace. I will not touch that. Yogurt, he will drink in peace. Ice cream, he will eat in peace. So even last time when we went, Fiona, when we went for the shooting last Wednesday, and we came back home, I bought him ice cream, and they put a cone on top of the ice cream. And I saw him eating, and the cone looked yummy. And I was like, man, then you're going to eat this ice cream. You're going to eat your ice cream and finish it. But the cone, I was a child at one point. You think I don't know how sweet a cone is? I had to steal it. He looked at me. He didn't say anything. Yeah, we have to fight for the food because I also want a share of it. You think I'm buying it because I only want you to test it? I also want to test it. So we have to make sure the father in the house is the adult because me, I'm still a baby. Now I wonder if my mom used to buy stuff for me and she doesn't even be like, give me some. And me, my mom would be like, I've eaten enough of that, you eat. And now I'm like, me, as a mother, I don't even want to eat. I want to eat. Oh yeah, it is. And there is that brown one. Oh my god, leave this yellowish one. The brown one, that one that is big, the bigger version of this small corn. I like that one. Like you're not going to eat that one without me. I have to eat. So I bought him ice cream. I ate the corn. I ate some. I just ate like a piece. But yeah, guys, you're welcome to eat, to drink my ice cream, my juice with me, not ice cream. I don't have ice cream. I have pops because here, guys, they're called juice pops, guys. Who wants to come? You can share it. You can divide it into two. This guy should give me a brand. What? They should give me a brand deal so that I can advertise for them. Ice cream cone or cone? Cone Kenyan cone. BIY the Kenyan. Yeah, it is. I also love it. I was like, let me put my music and I listen. Then I was like, but let me just do a live stream instead. It's better to do a live stream than listen to music. I'm loving the way you move, but girl, you don't know. In my head, I'm just thinking of doing that dance where you go to the back and then up to down. That is what I'm thinking of. Somewhat, Fiona. What is here to be given? Guys, I am craving rice, like vegetable rice. Here, in this house. Air conditioning, where would it come from? It's very expensive. But yeah, you guys can invest in me. 1.3, I can buy an AC. 1.3 million. I'll buy an AC. I'll buy it. I'll not lie to you guys. I don't have air conditioning. I have a fan. I even bought a mini fan when I went to buy for my nephew or what? When I went to buy him the bicycle. You see? Now why are you asking for one? Fiona, I bought another fan. The other one got spoiled. The other one didn't get spoiled, but I think it got misplaced. We put it in V's bag, but V says she doesn't have it. I don't know if we lost it or we left it there. DIY, you don't have an AC and you want me You want me to buy? You want me to buy one? You think I can afford it? You think I can afford it? You think I can afford it? But 1.3 only. You all pull funds. I don't want to invest. Pool funds. When you invest, you expect something back. And me, that is my biggest fear when people expect things from me. The white one, that's the one I'm talking about. It got misplaced. So when I went to Chinatown, there were these ones, and they look nice. I didn't know that I had picked a pink one. I thought I had picked a yellow one. And then I got home, and I was like, isn't God beautiful? Because he knows I love pink. And for some reason, I ended up with a pink one. So now I can enter into the taxi. I had been avoiding the taxis. Guys, can we appreciate my hair? Fiona, someone told me that they thought I have short hair because I don't show it off. Aw, I know. Same. Same. Like usually when I buy someone something, I don't even want to see them use it because if I use it improperly, I'm going to be pissed. Are there investors in this live stream? Fiona needs an investor. So the Nanga Sina investor. But I'm going to put an extension and I'm going to church. I don't like it when people see my hair. If it was possible, I'd become Muslim. The only problem is I love God. But yeah, the way it's looking nice. Don't worry, it is because I don't want to plait my hair. But if I had the chance, I would have plaited it long time ago. In fact, I would have unplaited today and plaited the next day or plaited that same day. I don't like flaunting my natural hair around. Yesterday when I was coming for my walk, I passed that place for the comedy store, Rosa Dimes, and I'm like, today is comedy store, and I'm like, I would have gone if I didn't have this headache. Tell me why today I'm watching TikTok and the person who was playing yesterday was Jamal. Like, couldn't it be some other artist so that Jamal plays next week and I should go? I have one. Where is it? I think I threw it away. I did throw it away. I think I kept it somewhere. But yeah, there was a time I was thinking about starting a business. I have the popsicle things like these ones, but they're for like home. I have the container here. I just don't know where I put it. I think it was over creating a lot of traffic here. So I abandoned it somewhere else, but I don't know. You know, nowadays my house is not my own house. I don't know where stuff is. So I think it must be there somewhere. It must be either there or I don't know where it is actually. When did I start not knowing where my things are? Because I usually know where everything is. That's why I don't allow someone to touch my stuff. One day, when I have the courage to go and bench such like I'm a good business person, but I don't like talking to people because I fear people. I've said I should stop using the word fear people. Yeah, I am just a shy person, so it gives me a hard time going and talking to her. But like once I start talking, it's like I can send you the idea, but it's like makes me anxious. I get panic attacks from it. But it must be here somewhere. It's either in that thing, which has my disposable containers. I'm loving the way you move, my girl, you know. Fiona, you get schools, we go to schools, you talk to them, to a supplying engachi or baraf. Like on my own, I reposted your post, and then my cousin was like, "Who is the introvert they're talking about?" I'm like, "Me." My nephew was like, "My other nephew." DIY. That doesn't work then. That's why I don't like natural hair because it's everywhere. It gets everywhere. We supply them. Ice kawomera. You know ice kawomera? Like those barafu vera kati, or usually it is red. Or wait, I don't know how you guys call it, but my grandmother calls it ice kawomera. Okay, when I am that side of my grandmother's, they're always calling it ice kawomera. Yeah, so those ones are the ones we're talking about. I wanted to bench that to some school and they allow me to like take them and supply them, but I am also too busy for that. Ice kawomera. Guys, I'm hungry. I have eaten everything except food, but I am so hungry. I don't know what to eat. Actually, I don't want to eat. No, I don't need it, but I can be like social for like a week, and then I need a whole week to be antisocial. Huh. So it actually became hard ice. So it was not cream all along. You guys, the birthday cake is still here. I got a slice of cake. You guys can like that more. It is nice. Don't visit expecting to eat this cake, people. I didn't count you on. Open your mouth. Say, ah. Don't bite too much. Actually, it is still soft. Which fruit? Like any fruit? I just don't know what I want to eat. I'm not in the mood of eating. I know I've been eating the cake and then I started complaining like I've already eaten it all the way and then I'm now like I don't know what I want to eat. But generally I don't know. Like the moment I start eating I start feeling terrible. I'm not in the mood for food. I should make food. But if I cook food, that means I will not eat the food I have in my fridge. I don't know. Which kind of berries? I don't think I'm a strawberry kind of girl. DIY, where is Pow Pow? have never seen them. I don't know how blackberry looks like. I can get the apple. I don't think I've ever seen a raspberry. Maybe when I go to the supermarket next time I'll look at them. But that won't be like in a long time. Jesus Christ. Let me try having water. I don't think blueberries are my favorite, but I love pears. Pears are actually my favorite fruit. I loved pears. Because when we were growing up, pears were cheaper. One time my mom buys me pears just as a joke. She's like, oh, these ones are cheap. Let's get them. And the next time she buys me apples, and then I'm like, I don't like these ones. I like the other ones you bought me last time. And my mom was so frustrated because in her head, she was like, I think I need to get serious about making something. Let me get some eggs, guys. Because I feel like I'm not okay. And I know it is hunger. But if you break my heart, I got that your father. Ooh, everywhere I'm looking at. The what? The pears? Oh. How did you know I like the pears? Did I talk about it already? Now I'm telling stories more than once. I'm becoming like my grandmother. But if you break my heart, I could it. We spoke before. No comment. Okay, I didn't know about that. But yeah, pears are my favorite. I've never tried to use them to make juice, but true that, true that. I love pears. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you? Like I am here, but I don't have strength to even be standing up. And I have to go to church today. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Like one day when I get married, I need to get married to someone who values time for eating food. Because me, I don't know how to want to eat food. Like I know I want to eat food when I am so hungry and I can barely stand up shaking. That is when I know, like, oh, this is serious. Now I need to get something to eat. Before that, I don't understand consequences. My actions have consequences. Now I'm literally shaking, and now I'm thinking about making something because I am hungry. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I'm. I feel like throwing up. Ah, it is too not nice. People just enjoy watching others type. You type. Keep them engaged. Engaged. You said Bridget. Do you know, Fiona, I have just realized that you said Bridget and not Brittany. You said Brittany or Bridget. DIY, I am hungry. I haven't eaten much. Oh, I think I haven't eaten much. You people keep telling me, oh, you're growing big. And then someone was like, you've lost weight. And as if things don't know that I'm already having a terrible time. Why is chili pouring? Pouring too much. Do you know, in my head, I was thinking you said Britney the whole time. Ah, that is sweet. Sweet. For real. Really. Sweet. Jesus Christ. You know, when we were young, and then they used to be like, "Oh, you have cough. Come and take some raw eggs." Guys, me, I would die with my cough, but I refuse to take cold raw eggs. I wanted to show you, like, guys, look at how this egg is. I think it's a ginger. See, the egg is a ginger. It's definitely not a ginger inside, but you can see it on top. It's a ginger. Let me try to crack another one. And another one. And another one. Let me tell you guys a story. When we were young, we had this guy that used to come over home. Yeah, what's wrong with you? He used to come over home to work on our electrics. I used to like him, but every time he'd come over, he would ask if we had something to eat. Not that I mind. I love when people come over and eat. But now that I think about it, one time Mandem came and he made 8 eggs. And he was like, let me make you eggs. And he made 8 eggs. And he could barely flip them in the pan because it was too much. Not for me. DIY, there are things that are not for me. I see people be like, oh, they're eating what? Oysters. Not for me. I see people eat which other types of things. Let me just get some paracetamol. Aw, DIY, that's sweet. Sweet. For you. For me. Sweet. C'est la vie. Hasta la vie. Looking pretty. Need it now. Need it. Cuckoo kill me. I don't think it's a good idea, but I have no choice because I'm not feeling like. Just need to lay down. How did I add a guest to the YouTube channel? Because DIY, I'm ready to add you to come and do for us a dance. The English dance that looks difficult. Can things just go my way for a minute? I also can't dance DIY. Oh, yeah, shake body. Try what DIY? Oh, yeah, shake body. DIY, do they sell this in your country? It's curry powder. It's curry mix. Do they sell it in your country? It has coriander seeds, cinnamon, turmeric, mustard seed, chilies, salt, ginger, jaggery, permitted food colors, etc. Do they sell curry? Curry powder. We need to influence these guys to sell them beyond Uganda so that I can travel because I don't want to cook without it. My grandmother last time was there and I was cutting meat with my kitchen scissors, not chicken, kitchen scissors. And she was like, if you were in the village and then people saw you using that, they'll be like, is it this nice or it's just random curry powder? Oh, yeah, shake body. Oh, yeah, shake body. Oh, yeah, shake body. What is happening? What did I miss? I just think it's the light or something. I think the light coming from outside is too much. What is wrong with Pow Pow? You guys should call Pow Pow. You guys should call Pow Pow so that he appears here. Fiona is missing Pow Pow. You know things are not going my way. Baby, relax here. Open your mind and forget away. Make we enjoy everything not for you. Oh, my baby, my love. I give you what you want, cause I still wait till my love. Baby, make me do it. What does Pow Pow do? I don't know what Pow Pow does. Like, I know what Ragas does. Ragas does. He said he's a DJ. Huh. Yep. World of Ragas. Ragas promised to take me to Munich. I'm still waiting. Guys, don't start. Fiona, thank you. Thank you. So Fiona, did you know that the bread you left, like the first bread you brought, is still there? DIY, did I tell you that? That Fiona bought us bread. She bought us bread twice. The other one, they went with it. No, bread. She just brought bread. There is this here spread, but contains milk. Not yet. It has been in the fridge. I thought it was, but I've just checked it, and it is still okay. See? I like fruit cake, not fruit bread because of Yasi. I used to like it when I was a child, but I don't see it anymore nowadays. I used to like bread and butter. Bread and spread, not bread and butter. Remember the first time my dad brought butter at home? Oh my God, it was like so nice. I enjoyed removing it from the fridge and melting it a little and then spreading it on my bread so that it is nicely spread. Fruit cake, yes! Last time I was buying cake and I was buying the fruit cake and then Fiona bought the red velvet and the black forest. Yeah, and a fruit cake. So there is this. It has a lot of milk. I can't eat it. That's why it has milk solids, artificial flavors of vanilla, milk, and butter, preservatives, antioxidants, vitamins A, D, E, B6, B12, colorant, refined vegetable palm oil and fats, moisture, salt, emulsifiers. English is too much. No? Dear, is your grandmother still alive? I know, like, see, that was like 2009. We were in my class. Oh, that is all they could sing. Let me make my eggs. Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you? Why you really, really like you? Oh, let us make an appointment. Breakfast to make an appointment. I need some sweet arrangements. So when are you coming to Uganda? Because you better don't come in Christmas. You better come now because you will not find me in Kampala. I'll be in my village. Unless you're trying to come to see our family, of which I can't take you because then they'll ask me, where is the man that you brought home? Guys, I have been hesitant for that. Since I started dating, I haven't carried anyone home because I am like, in our African culture, I don't just carry someone home just for just. I don't want to be asked. But you can come. When you come, if you're coming soon, please tell me. So that we plan for you. Yeah, well, what are you coming to do in Uganda, first of all? If I still coming, so that if you carry Christmas cake and Christmas pudding in Christmas, and then I take it home, and then I have to explain, oh my God, Mandem brought this. Not now. Did Fiona tell you we're on holiday? You will let me know. I like those things. I like those things. You better let me know before you start your flight, because if you're coming and then you tell me we're in Uganda, I'll be like, go and meet the person you came to see. It is surely not me. Why wouldn't you tell him? Aren't you best friends here at DIY? Why are you denying your friend? Oh, let us make an appointment. Let's first make and make some sweet arrangements. I should probably interview someone for next week's. That would be nice. DIY. Are you coming to see me? Or you're just coming because Uganda is on your bucket list? If you're coming to see me, I'll be happy to meet you. We are just friends. Just friends. Should I tell DIY the truth? But yeah, guys, welcome to the live stream. Hi. Guys, let me tell you, when I was starting to make my eggs, I was like, what if I make them and they break into two? I don't like it with my eggs. Can someone buy something? No. Straight away we shall start concluding. We shall start concluding. Hi guys. Shabi, what's that? Putting two and two together and being like, and come to the conclusion. DIY. You're not gonna do this. DIY. You know, in our culture, when you're introducing your man to be, like on your traditional wedding, you'd be like, Mommy and Daddy, this is the friend I have been telling you about. So now you know why. You cannot just go and be like, my friend bought me this. And your friend is a man. Here, when they say a man and a woman can never be just friends, trust me, they mean it seriously. Here you have the things. This is my man's friend. Ha! Don't come into my house. A man and a woman can never be just friends. They'll end up chewing each other. You know, mistakes happen. Yeah. You know, this is my friend who has been escorting me back home late at night. I was screaming, Nena, if you know about to be saving to you know them. Huh. Huh. I was going to screenshot that, but let me keep quiet. You can, but over time, one of the to develops feelings, because I just think the human mind doesn't know how to digest, to comprehend when someone is being overly nice and being close to you all the time, and you're in their presence and they're there when you need them. So I don't think that. I don't think the body can or the mind can interpret that. I've never tried making this with the such bread. I've always used the burger bun, but there is something new for everything. I don't know how I even started making the burger buns in the first place. I hate it when I look for things and Fiona. Wait, that's screenshot. Can you check that? Hi guys, welcome to the live stream. Come we gossip about you guys. Nothing. I just did that for personal reference. Can't a girl do something without having to explain herself? Guys, allow me, bid me. I love gossip. How will I get a report to someone without receipt? By the way, let me tell you guys, I'm one person who loves receipts. Like the moment I even lose receipts, I feel like that gossip is not worth it. Like even when I was telling my mom yesterday about something, I even had to be like, let me pull up this and read it for you. Because in my head, I'm like, I can't gossip without receipts. You want me to be caught? Now you know why I wanted to be a lawyer, because I love giving receipts. Like, you want me to give you gossip? I need to be giving that gossip in reported speech. And she said this, and then I paraphrase. Then I actually pull out the paraphrasing. I don't paraphrase. I pull out the actual statement and just, I should have been a journalist. And then I report. And then I am like, and then this happened. And then I act it out for you guys. And I'll be like, and then I'll be like, and then I was like, that is me gossiping. But I'm a terrible narrator. Because when I am narrating something, I will take a long time. Every man loves to go. Like, how can you meet someone that you cannot gossip with? I do not believe that if you want to have a happy marriage, like the first person you should be able to gossip with is your partner. Huh? Like the moment you reach the, you know, my problem is that I talk too much. Like I love gossip so much, I even report to myself. That is why I'm like, I can never successfully cheat on my man, because at some point I'll be like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then I'm like, I wasn't supposed to say that. And it is too hard to redeem myself, because it's like, it's already gone. But yeah, guys, I love to gossip, but like gossip in the good way. Yes, like, do you know that couple on TikTok where the man comes back every day and then he's like, babe, you will not believe it. That is the kind of marriage I want. Those are couple goals now that I want. Leave the things of we are flaunting on social media, taking nice pictures. We have gone. No, that moment in bed when you lie down and then you're like gossiping with your partner, telling. I'm like, babe, that is true. That is a relationship. That is couple goals that we should be aiming for. Everyone should aim for, because your first confidant should be your partner. The moment the person you report to isn't your partner, trust me, that relationship is lacking, because every time someone fulfills your need, that is how women end up actually cheating. The more someone actually fulfills what you have inside you, you gravitate towards that person, and the next thing you know, you're being free with that person and all that, and you just emotionally attached, and the next thing you know, we are spreading all parts of our body. Oh yeah, check body. So me, that the one needs someone. The one need that someone has to fulfill is that one. Like we need to have that chemistry where I feel like I can't wait for you to come back and I actually tell you, even when you missed something. Like I had like when I was telling you guys last time, you should help me go and beg my friend to take me back as his friend. I had a friend, and I know I wasn't supposed to be doing, but it's like at that point when I got single and they were like around, they got pissed at me because after me being single for so long, I actually made a and went back where I came from. So we used to talk about everything, like everything. Even on the days where I'm just having a good time, talk about it. Even when I want to, like, I reached a point where they were like, you should be comfortable enough to even fart in my presence. And trust me, farting is so intimate to me. I don't do it in front of anyone. It was so nice to just have something with that person, but it was like they were Muslim, and I love my Christian men. I fear to date a Muslim man because I am a jealousy woman. I don't want to have another woman added on me. I would fight. I would fight. So I decided to look out for myself instead and be like, no, Mandem, me and you would never work out. But Mandem was like the best friend I've ever had. Like this was a person you tell I am going on a date, and they're like, I want to see what you're going to wear, and you try out different outfits, and then they're like, this one is the one you should be wearing when you're going out. That is what I wanted. He just had to be one thing. You said you didn't like him. Fiona said, I don't want to talk. He didn't like my friend. It was Max. Maybe people should go and tell Max, I miss him, I miss my friend. Like there was a period where I was yearning for someone that I could confide in financially. And I've never met this person, but I knew I could confide in this person with my financial decisions and I would be safe. And I've never met this person. With me, I love a Christian man. You people, Christian men have let me down. Okay, so we have used bread for the first time. The normal bread and not a bun. And that is how it looks. I always call it a burger, but I don't know if this is. Mhm. He was so nice. You should have met him. You should have interacted with him more. So I don't know if I should call it a sandwich now because it's two pieces of slices of bread. But usually when I make a bun, I call it a burger bun. A burger bun, I call it a burger. Let me get juice. He was so nice. Oh my god. If you look, like literally all the things that have pissed him about me all the time were things that should not have made him pissed. Like, why are you pissed? Yeah, like we would talk for 5 hours and it was just like, I was so happy. And Fiona didn't like Mandem because Fiona wanted a white man. Tell the truth. He was like literally the sweetest person, the number one. Oh God, when he started cheerleading you on, I'm just missing him. That's why I'm talking about all the nice things. Should probably say all the bad things too. The amount of times faults. Like that was the one person that made me want me to get a hijab. So that I could like dress up like her. Haven't I made this? Trust me, I'm not hungry now. I feel so irritated to eat. But he was so sweet. He was like literally the number one supporter. Oh my god. Ha! Kamanya mkatwa. Gugudde bwana. Nigeria nga ligudde lyonna. Byonna ne bisansuka. Now how am I going to eat it? Jaka akasigie. So annoying. Like literally, I keep on saying things are not going according to plans, but I have no choice. Just be here. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, check, buddy. Oh yeah, buddy. Make a ring alarm. Let me just sit here and have my meal from here. I'll try to have my meal from here. But so you guys should go and tell Max I am sorry. I am not actually sorry because he's the one who wronged me, but yeah, I miss my friend. I miss my friend. Miss my friend. I know people usually forget people who hyped them when they were in their lowest point, but it's like, how can I forget the times when he was like, go live on TikTok. You should do a live on TikTok, and now I'm here doing live streams on YouTube and wishing he was there. I have tried talking to Mandem, and Mandem has refused to. He sees my messages and ignores them. I'm sorry. Don't leave me. Huh? You what? Huh? What do you mean? I'm sorry. Don't leave me. I have. What did you delete, Fiona? We saw it. We love telling lies. Which life? Love, life, or love? Life. If I had money, I would go to Sundiata Beach. Sorry. Not really. I think it's so expensive. And I just don't like to go to like those nice places alone. I want to go with someone so that we can like have a nice time. Oh, I'd like to like go there and just have yeah. We'll just go there and have what? When I go alone, I would not want to look at anyone. That's how I am. If I go alone for something, I don't want to see anyone. Which is why usually I love to go with people so that it's like I can tolerate people. It looks expensive. They should invite me. They should be like, Lona, for your birthday. Yeah, it is. Like that swing. Dang, girl. I'm sorry. Don't leave me. Today I was listening to some clip of the president talking about how getting married was in their times, and he was like, "In our times, our family, your parents, yeah, there are people in the life, but they're just not writing. In our times, when our parents want, when a person was ready for marriage, your parents would look for someone for you." And I was like, my parents should know by this time I am ready for them to look for someone so that I get married. I'm tired. I'm not ready to look for someone. I'm not ready to look for a partner myself. I have tried. I have failed. We need parental intervention or God's intervention at this point. And I know people be there and be like, oh, people get married at 40, people get married at 50. My parents better intervene now because me, my dream was always to get married by 18. And now I am 20, making 25 this month. God's intervention or parental intervention, one of the two, I don't mind, but they need to intervene. Because me personally, I have failed. I am too picky. I am too. I am not so sure, so I don't know. I want to meet someone, but I don't know where they're going to meet me. I don't know if they're going to meet me in my house. I spent the whole day in the house. The only time I go is to church, but then at church, I don't want to meet a man at church because I fear them. Those ones are everyone goes to church because of their different issues, reasons, but yeah, those ones I'll leave them there for God to find for them their wives. It's like I don't know what to do. Someone, so you know what? You know how I am crying about not meeting someone? Then this one time, someone came to me and they were like, Lona, I want you. I want to make you my wife. And then I told them, you wait, when I am 40 and I have failed to get a man, I'll come back to you. Oh, yeah, me, I'm like, yeah, the same person who chases white people and the same person who is saying you need God's intervention. What if God had set that one as your man? I feel like God has to work on me so that when that time comes, some random guy, that one, no. I am sorry, but I still hold the same opinion as I held when I told them back then. Maybe when I am 40 and I have failed to meet someone, I will actually consider them. But no comments. If you see me doing SMH, it's because I am overwhelmed. Mandem told me that time when I went to buy my washing machine, when was that, 2023? And he was like, me, I don't like it when my woman washes using the machine. I'm working at Mandem and I'm like, do you have one? I don't want your wife washing the washing machine. Who is going to do your laundry for you, Mandem? Me, I was told that never do for a man laundry, like wash with your hands. And you think if I do you a favor and put it in the machine, you think I should not even do. I was like, I cannot marry that type of man. God forgive me, but no, not that type of man. That man who thinks my woman should be. Those are the kind of men that wake up their wives at 2 a.m. and they're like, I want food, and I want food you've made, even if they have a maid. Those are the type of men. That's the kind of men whose wives have a baby today and the next day they expect them in the kitchen to be working. Those are the kind of men who find their wives lying in bed because they're sick and they tell them, can you go and warm water for me so that I can have a bath? I was like, God, that one, keep away from me. Keep far from me, oh God. Not that one. Maybe when I am desperate and I really need a man and I have failed to meet a man, I will go and I'll be like, please make me your second wife. But now, God, please keep him far away from me. Like, I love to do things for my man. That's one thing I know about myself. I love to make my man comfortable. I love to make meals for my man. I love to iron for my man. I love to clean for my man. But it's like, don't tell me what to do. I might as well have stayed in my parents' house and just stayed there and been like, okay, since my parents can also provide this, let me just stay in my mother's house so that she can tell me, oh, go and cook, oh, go and do this. But Mandem, you haven't even made me I have not even considered you to be my boyfriend. And you're telling me the things that don't solve your wife. These are African, no, I'll not say African men because I haven't dated anyone from any other country. But these are our Ugandan men. I don't know what they need you to do because me, I can't. Me personally, I can't. You cannot tell me that don't before you date me. They have this thing of I'm straightforward, and then they go ahead and destroy your self-confidence. Straightforward, my bum. Straightforward in whose presence. Straightforward before I even give you a chance, and then women go ahead and marry these men and wonder why they beat them. Let me tell you, my fear for a woman beater has made me consider even the slightest thing as a red flag. Don't tell me your do's and don'ts when you're dating, like the first time when you meet me. Don't you think I don't have dots for a man? Why am I just keeping quiet and being nice? Me, I usually tell a person, it takes you 2 weeks of dating me to know how I behave. 2 weeks. And for you to decide whether you want to date me or not. 2 weeks. You don't need me. I don't even pretend for more than a month. That is too much. 2 weeks are enough. And you're telling me my daughters are this. And you have just met me. The other one was like, I don't like it when my woman you don't like it when your woman dresses how? My friend told me, the guy was like, I don't like it when women have long nails. I was like, and you sat there? I was like, I'm offended. Guys, let me first respond to this message. Yeah. So my friend was like, the guy told her, I don't like it when girls have those long nails. I was like, the audacity. The audacity these men have. You don't like it when girls have what? Long nails? I don't do my nails, but trust me, if a man told me that, I would make it a point so that the next time he sees me, I have those long nails well made, like very long that I cannot even do anything. Or they cannot show up very well. Have you been bathing her the whole time she has been there? Keep quiet. Like, how can you tell me, I don't like long nails? Let me tell you, those men who tell you I don't like this about you, they're just trying to tell you I cannot afford to do your nails every single day, so I want you to become low maintenance so that I can actually date you. Someone told me, you have many things in your house. So do you expect a man to buy things when... Doesn't that one look like he's a low maintenance man? Like, you can't even see him. And pity the wife, I'm sorry to say that. But so, will you let your man... Now your man just has to move in. I was like, what makes you a man in my house? If this is my house and you're comfortable coming to live in my house, when I tell you leave my cup alone, will you be pissed? Will you be pissed if I tell you don't touch my cup? Because I bought the cup. What do you expect, madam? I feel like, I don't know. Man, be a man. Me, let me be a woman. Because me, I don't have in between. When I decide to be a feminist, I'll be a feminist. When I decide to be a traditionalist, that is why sometimes I confuse people, because they're like, sometimes she's gravitating into a feminist, and then the next time she's gravitating into a traditionalist. I'm a traditionalist because I love it when a man is a man. I love it when a man pushes me in my feminine energy. Because I have seen myself as a submissive woman, and I know what it feels like, and I know what I felt like, and I know why I love it. There is nothing that beats a man who makes you feel feminine. So I've just watched some video on TikTok where she's called... I liked the lady until she started making those statements of how Ugandan women are trained to be submissive to their men and to please the man. People, there are things that you should know about Ugandan people rather than what you've heard on the media. Have you seen a Ugandan woman? You think we would have divorce if we didn't have, if all women were submissive in Uganda? Do these people know that submission is given according to a tribe? That when you marry from a certain tribe, there are women that will beat you? Have they heard about women from Western Uganda? Then before they talk about, have they heard about women from the North? I was like, this is total ignorance. She was like, Kenyan women, African men don't like Kenyan women because they're like the Nigerian version of the Nigerian version of the other version of men in Nigeria. And I'm like, woman, I thought you had sense. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, common sense zero. Like, I felt offended because it's like someone that I support, and I was like, what are you even talking about? Ugandan women they please they are trained to please their men. My singer then did do the right job. But it is just like every time someone does something that pushes you into your feminine energy, trust me, you will submit. And she was like, Kenyan women are always looking at what you're going to give them. That is being materialistic. That you have just stated the entire country of Kenya only focuses on money. So marriage is not a thing in Kenya, I should say, because this woman is making a claim that Kenyan women only care about money. I was like, what kind of ignorance are people allowing to even be said about the country? I don't mind it when people be like, oh, Ugandan women are made to please women. People are coming and they're testing it firsthand. It is not that they're even made to be, but you can just see naturally Ugandans are more soft compared to the other people in East Africa. People find it easier to interact with the Ugandans because they are more calm. Kenyans, I don't know. I feel like they are nice, but they're also tough. Like the Kenyan women are the version of the northern women from northern Uganda. God, if you're from north, I will take that back. I don't know if for you you're tough, but yeah, you're tough also. But I don't understand very well. I think they have a soft side, but I just feel like if she tells you something, she doesn't want you to do something that is contrary to what she has told. If she's like, these are my do's, please don't do that, don't. I feel like that is how they are. But the way the way she was making out Ugandan women to be, and I was going to start talking about something controversial. She was also talking about that, I don't know if it's okay to talk about it, but the labia elongation, and she's like, oh, it is to please men. I have a different opinion about that. And I don't know why, but I feel like I have a very different opinion when it comes to that. I was just like, these people are ignorant when it comes to Ugandans. And I know, because the problem is that society expects people who are on the internet to have an opinion all the time. And people are bringing out their nonsensical opinions. And then you're like, can you just shut up? Not everything you have to comment. Just shut up for once. You don't know Ugandans very well. You're just making this remark because people have been like, oh, the Ugandan women are like this. Do you know that there are people? It must be my cousin. Guys, my nephew is sick. Not really, Fiona. Who told you that? I know, Fiona, we have had that topic at some point. My cousin calling me. Hope my nephew is fine. By the way, Fiona, Danielle is sick. I forgot to talk about it. But I don't know the time on this one, and if I don't call her back, she might call on my MTN. I'll call her when I'm going for church. But yeah, I was so frustrated because I'm just like, woman, keep quiet. Keep quiet. You just don't know us that well enough to even make that comment. And I was like, should I just make it a YouTube video? But then I was like, she's just speaking out of ignorance, because if she knew what she just said is wrong, then probably she wouldn't. If she sat and thought about it and not have made the entire Kenyan country, the Kenyan women to look like they're after money all the time, maybe it would have sounded well. When she said that, well, Kenyans, that they don't care, they care about Chintu Chidoga, and I'm like, woman, you just embarrassed the entire country. You have just made the entire country look like they're after money, even if people have true or genuine minds when it comes to marriage. So I was really disappointed, because it's like someone that I really consider as influential, especially on TikTok, when it comes to representing Kenyans. But yeah. And it scares me as I push for this thing of YouTube and becoming one time one of the greatest YouTubers in Uganda. And then I'm like, so one time something will happen and people will expect an opinion from me. Like, I'm that kind of reserved person. Yes, I know I have an opinion about something. I always have an opinion about something, but not everything has to be said. Well, that is what she said. Oh, Kenyan, like, DIY, trust me, I can send you this video. I was so frustrated. I was like, I went and commented, and I was like, what an excuse. Because I'm just like, that is the worst excuse you can ever. They make it feel like people love money. There is no one that is going to come here and be like, me, I don't love money. Even the people you don't expect money from, they love money. But it's like there are other priorities more than money. Yes, money. But the other priorities, you cannot tell me that the entire world, all you're thinking about is money. Like the entire country of Kenya, women are getting married because of money. Even the people who are married to poor people are getting married because of money. Woman, I was so disappointed. But yeah, they have that thing, the excuses that they give for why people are coming. No. And for me, I'm like I've had moments where I had arguments with a feminist, and I was like literally furious because I'm just like, you don't know what you're fighting for when it comes to feminism, especially in Africa. You don't know what you're fighting for. When you come to Uganda, you don't know what you're fighting for when it comes to feminism because you think you're fighting for what the Americans are fighting for. That is very different. Americans have lost what it means to even be a family, and you cannot compare Uganda to what America is because here, the first priority is family. The government has given us a chance where you even still have the family still has control, and the state is not controlling the family. And then you're there, you're like, oh, me, I want to be. We are fighting for feminism. What feminism are you fighting for? You want to take over men? You want to take over men? I don't want to take over men because trust me, every time I carry something stronger, heavy, I'm like, I still love it when a man opens the door for me. No, that okay, they have opened the door for me, but yeah, I love it when a man does things for me because I love to be in my feminine energy. I just love to glow and look nice. And naturally, I just feel like because kids make me happy, I know for a fact someone will be made happy by a child. If you don't even feel happy when a child is smiling, I think you have a problem. Like, that is the first sign. As a woman, why are you being furious? Like, sometimes I get frustrated, especially when kids are making noise, but it's just like I can be frustrated for a minute and then I'm like, oh my God, isn't that baby so adorable? Sometimes I get furious, like when I'm at church and I'm trying to concentrate and write, and then I'm like, if I was my nephew, he would be the baby that is annoying people. Like last time when we went to church together, tell me why Mandem went off his seat to go and start disturbing the ladies behind us. And they were playing with him, and he went and he walked behind his seat, and then he looked at them and he started making them laugh. They are very sweet. Like, okay, when a baby is not throwing a tantrum. Let me tell you, because my mom was so strict, I feel like when I see someone act, when a child is acting beyond what they should be doing, I'm like, the parents have a problem. Because my mom wouldn't. My mom would have pulled out her disciplinarian. How do they say that one? That one is also okay. Yeah. Like, baby smile and you're not smiling. Like, I've had an argument about feminism, and I'm just like, what Ugandans are still fighting for women to just go to work because men still refuse their wives to work. And for you think you're fighting to replace men in their workplace? That is not where Uganda is at the moment. Uganda is fighting to let the women here are fighting to let their women go to work, to let their women not feel like their money is controlled by men. And you're there fighting because you want to replace men in their workplaces. You don't know what you're fighting for when it comes to Uganda. Don't look at America and think, oh, because America is doing it, we should do it. No, that's not how things work. Because the things that we are fighting for are very different. But the other one, Ugandan women are very submissive. When is by the time you're even talking about submission not being a good thing, that means you are totally against the Bible. There is something unchristian about you the moment you mention that submission is wrong when it comes to a woman, because it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What does the Bible say about women? Women, submit to your husbands. Husbands, love your wives. Why? Let me tell you, I have this thing that I keep on talking about, why I feel like God made that thing. I feel like because when it comes to men, submission to their wives, I think, comes easy. And then when it comes to women, love comes easy. So I feel like he emphasizes the thing that is a struggle to the other person. The struggle. You look at it in this way: when a man earns his money and he's bringing that money to the house, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care that, oh, my wife is spending this money. When a woman makes that money and she brings it to her house, trust me, the disrespect will come at some point. The disrespect will come. She'll be like, why am I the one providing for this house? That is why for me, I'm like, I don't want to work, because it's like I know that if I decide to work, I'm not going to go and work and be this bare minimum woman. But I know that if I go out and work and bring that money home, there is some kind of disrespect that will come, because I have seen myself in that place. I have been there where I have provided in a relationship, and eventually, because I was so frustrated, I'm giving this person my money, but it's like they're not giving me back that value for money. I was furious. And anytime he would tell me something, I'm just like, and she made that statement of, how do you expect me to go and make the money, and then I come back and spread my legs? And I'm like, exactly. You're not a woman who has been built for submission. You're a woman in the workspace. When you look at most of the Ugandan women, why I'm talking about feminism in Uganda is different. That we are still fighting for women to get out of their houses and go to work. She's like, how can I go to these Ugandan women will go and work, and then they will come back and clean, and then they will spread their legs. I'm like, woman, do you know Ugandan women? Do you know that very few women work? When you compare to other countries, you cannot compare American women working to Ugandan women. Yes, they have these simple jobs, like they will have a business running, a small business at home that brings in money to run the house on a daily. And even when I say, for me, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, I'm like, even when my mom was a stay-at-home lady, woman, or mother, she wasn't just sitting there. She had money coming in. You think we were just feeding off my father's money that he was sending every once in a week to come and feed us? No! Me, I don't want to work, because I know what it feels like, and I know what will come of it. Because I'm like this person who wants, if I'm pushing for something, I want it to happen. And I just don't want to get any little money. I want to get all the good money. So if I go for that, you cannot expect me to go and I do that, and I come back and I give you the same treatment, my man. Come back and I kneel and be like, man, damn, I made you juice. I put the water on, go and have a shower, and I'll give you a massage, baby. I'm too tired. And me, I get too tired easily. Like the moment I get tired, my face is not even smiling at that point. I'm just like, too tired. I go to the bed and I'll face the wall. By that time, I don't expect you to touch me. And you know how people usually talk about, oh, when people get married, things change. You no longer like play in the field the way you play when the marriage is just new or when you're still dating. I don't know if I would be that kind of person, but I think about it and I'll be like, that can be me. Because you piss me off, I hold it off. You do this, I hold it off. You push it another month. You do something, you push it the next to the other month. I feel like I'm that kind of person. But yeah, you don't expect me as a Kenyan woman to go and work and then I come back and I spread my... And you wonder why your men are running to Ugandan women who are just... They're like, oh, Kenyan men don't want to give Kenyan women their money, but they give it to Ugandan women. You think a woman is going to do all that for her man and then the man won't release the money? What are you talking about? You think the man won't release the money when the... You know, our preacher used to talk about the things of people get married. Obviously, it is at some point doomed. But I have seen men who stay when it is, even when they're holding back. Man, the things men go through, if women were to go through them. Have you seen a woman? Do you know that the biggest percentage of women whose husbands hold back intimacy, they complain right away. They never keep it in. But a man could go for 6 months and then after those 6 months, he'll be like, okay, we need intervention. But a woman, the man will spend like a whole week without touching her. And she'll be like, that man is seeing someone. That man is definitely cheating on me. He's seeing someone. We even conclude right away. Me, the worst thing anyone can never do to me is hold back intimacy. The moment my man, like, he comes back and I know every day he comes in and he kisses me and he doesn't kiss me that day, even if he forgot because he had so much on his mind, I am calling all my friends. I am telling them, this man no longer loves me. I think there is another woman. We need to investigate. Because that's us women. We are always looking for... But it's like a man will keep quiet. And a woman, the moment it happens like this, we are reporting. Because our mind is pinging at this point. Is he doing something? Is he seeing someone? Who was he with? Who is he seeing when he goes to work? And I'm telling you guys, my pastor was talking about this thing. He was advising married couples. And he was like, some of you come and you're telling me you're having issues in your marriage. But then every day your husband wakes up and you watch your husband go to work and the only thing you tell him is good morning. And then he will have to wait until he comes back. And maybe, just maybe, you'll have a meal together, of which sometimes you're like, oh, you order food out. And it's just like, he was like, you should be able to feed your man every single day. He should be able to eat something that you have made every single day. At least every time, you should be able to feed your man from your hands. And she's like, and you wonder why your husband ends up sleeping with his secretary. This is a lady that knows that your husband craves juice for breakfast. So she's coming from home and she's like, she comes to the office and then she's like, oh, I made you juice. And for you, what did you do? He was like, I'm leaving for work. And you're like, okay, see you in the evening when you come back. You didn't even do anything for your husband. And you wonder why your husband is ending up sleeping with your what? The other woman. And I know cheating is not something that I don't tolerate cheating, by the way. But it is like, how are you saying that you've not pushed for this? You know how people go and do this juju stuff and then and they do juju, but I'm doing juju for my man and all that. Hi, Bendon, how are you? Long time no see. And they're like, oh, I want my man to love you. Just change your manners. Just change your manners. Your man is coming back every day and the first thing that is greeting him is, where have you been? What happened to how did your day go? And then we talk and then maybe, I have had these talks where they tell the things that they tell us about, like when they tell you that go to your dad's aunt and she tell your dad's sister and then she tells you those things. And the thing that these women talk about, they're like, you don't shout at if you want to tell something to your man, you don't just tell him when it's not, like, it's just a random moment, like we are here and then he comes and he's like, by the way, I don't like it when you do this. They're like, wait for that moment when you're intimate, or that after. That after the intimacy. But if anyone is recording this conversation and it goes online, people, I will kill you. I don't want my mom to be hearing me talking about these things as if I'm already married. But yeah, she's like, you wait for that moment, that pillow talk, and then you tell him, so today you screamed at me and I didn't like her. Obviously, me, I don't do those things because if someone pisses me off, I'll just keep quiet. But it is just like, and then you wait, and you see these things that they are very, like, they do work actually if you follow them. Just because for me, I'm short-tempered, so if someone pisses me off, they will know right away. Like, I'll stop talking to you because I'm just like, if I talk, I'll shout at you, and I don't want to shout at you because it's like I'm playing with how I feel about you. That is why for me, I hold back conversation. That is what it means to me when I don't talk to someone if they piss me off. Because in my head, I'm like, what if I speak and I say something that I'm not supposed to say? Let me just hold back. And then there is that thing that they used to say that back then, when your husband pissed you off, or you wanted to talk to, your husband talking to you, you had to swallow water so that you hold back from talking. And then people are like, oh, that is actually showing that women's voices are being suppressed. But it's like, when you look at it, how can we be talking and we are talking about something serious and we are exchanging a conversation? You think it's going to work? It's no longer a conversation. We're having an argument. And when two people are angry, no one is going to cool down that fire. Fire does not cool fire. So when they tell you keep quiet, women are like, oh, they're suppressing us. They're telling us that men should. Okay, let us tell men, swallow water and let your wife talk. And after your wife talking, the wife swallows water and then she talks. What about that? Does it feel like we are also suppressing the men? After that, we'll have to victimize ourselves as women. That is why for their wives, for their husbands, and she makes food for her husband. She makes sure every morning she's feeding her husband and then going out and telling everyone. And telling everyone, oh, men are bad, men are trash, and then we go back and hug our husbands because and then you're like, oh my god, Mandem, I had a long day, and then Mandem caresses you, and then he puts you back in shape, and then you come back the next day, and you're like, men are bad, huh? Men are bad, and you're sleeping in a man's chest. That's the lesbian talk. That's the lesbian say men are bad, but you who is lying in the chest of a man, and you're like, men are bad. That is hatred. I know. Like I have seen men walk out because the woman was shouting too much. I have experienced this firsthand where the man walked out. I can't say where, but it's just like, I was like, your man comes back and the first thing you say is, I don't think there is any man that can come out. The people that I have dated and be like, she shouted at me, like I came into the house and she shouted at me, like even when I'm pissed at you, I come in, we sit, I serve you and all that, and then I'll talk to you about what pissed me off. But it's like, we are attacking marriage, and yet we want marriage. The same feminists, when they don't have a man to marry them, they're like, oh, this one, the man left me. But then when you have them, when you're out there spreading this information, I know men also need to work on themselves, but it's like we are teaching so much to one gender and sowing hatred in one gender too. So yeah, that pissed me off today too. Like TikTok usually makes me laugh. The things I look at and I'm just like, really? This can be solved. This can be solved with the slightest thing. But yeah, that's my opinion about what people think about Ugandan women. They're not that crazy. Of course, no. I know that is not like the right time. And for me, I'm not like I hate confrontation. Like even when a person, I've been in a situation where my partner expected me to actually talk. Like, is this person like, if something happens, tell me right away, let us solve it. And I'm like, this person, let me sleep over it and we shall talk about it the next. I know you're not supposed to sleep on anger because biblically it's not even right. I've had my own experience that I cannot even talk about on social media why I don't want to sleep with anger. But it's like there's some things that you can't help. Me, I am that kind of person. Give me space, I'll talk to you. We shall resolve it. Let me cool down. Because in that moment it's like I have that heat of anger. So I just need to like calm down and just get my mind in the right space. I can't. It was not even a man that pissed me off. It was like someone I was staying with. I was staying at that place. But it is like this person kept on telling me, you should tell me, you should tell me. Okay. So they felt like, oh, if you don't want to tell me what happened, then pack your things and go. Yeah, so they threw me out. But I also feel like if they had taken time to understand who I was as a person, how I confront issues, Maybe we shouldn't have had it that bad. I was furious. They said out, and me, guys, I hate promises in my life. Like, if you want to do something, don't promise me. That's one thing. Don't make a promise. Don't make a promise. Like, the moment someone tells me, I'll be back at this time. Like, if you're not back at that time, 30 minutes before or 1 hour before, and you know you're not coming back, just be like, I'm running late, or I'll see you in this time. But don't just go silent, because the moment you're quiet, oh my God, I'm an overthinker. You know what happens in an overthinker's mind? Everything is just going through my mind. I'm just like, did they go to sell to another woman? Did they do this? Am I not a priority? All things are in my mind. And I'm just like, why didn't they just send one text and it will solve everything? I'm that person who loves to be told everything, because I'm that kind of person. I love to give accountability to my partner. Give me back accountability. And this person went and was supposed to meet at 8, and 8 came, and I'm at home. I'm waiting for them, and they were supposed to come home. And I'm, why haven't they come? Have they gone to meet another woman? If I am giving you something, let me tell you, there is nothing. Every time someone offers you something, what about that doesn't speak that I need to reciprocate this? If I show you that I love to account for every move of mine, tell you, okay, I'm going out now. I'll see you at this time. And even when I'm running late, I'm like, I'm running late for a minute, but I'll be there. And for you, mandem, you decide that I will run. We were supposed to meet at 8. This person comes back when it's coming to 11, and I'm pissed out of my mind, because I'm just like, wasn't I that relevant? Did they really hate me that much? Have they gone to? And let me tell you, there is no person who is going to have these ideas in their mind if you've not put them in the first place. No, it is not even second guessing. Like, by the time you have created an insecurity in my mind, I already know. If he's not picking up my calls, probably he has gone to see another woman. So obviously, you've done something that's made me doubt, that has made me make you a suspect in everything. But yeah, I'm a person who loves accountability, and I do it. Like, I actually act on my accountability. So if I am acting and you think, oh, there is no guessing there. You think I'm giving you something because I don't want it in return. I am accounting to you and you don't want to account to me, and we are dating. Why do you think yesterday my mom was blowing my phone up? Because she knows I'm that one person who accounts. I'll be like, oh, I arrived safely. And yesterday I just had a migraine, and I was like, I want to sleep. But yeah, people, I just think I'm completed. We have the craziest conversations. DIY, why are you an instigator? Oh, guys, I'm even feeling good. I've been talking too much. But yeah, that's my opinion. That is my experience. It is hot. I'm taking this. I don't know why it's hot. I don't want to see anyone write about whatever they have seen. Keep quiet. I know. I'm just too hot. That is nice. I remember dating someone. Was it last year? And then they told me, Oliver, and shy. And then he told me, I told him I'm going out with my girls. So we went out. And then the whole time I'm texting Monday, updating him, taking photos. And then he was like, if you told me you are going out and this is what you are going to do, I wouldn't have size Ben on who hasn't dated anyone. Officially. But you've dated Ugandan girls. Just have dated Ugandan girls. They were like, I wish if you had told me that you are going out and this is what you are going to do the whole time, I've felt insecure. I was very anti. Last year, by this time, we were not together. Very anti. Who creates them? Have you seen you Ugandan men creating issues, trust issues? Ugandan man will be like, you overthink. Kings of gaslighting. He was like, if you told me that you are going to go and keep me updated like this, I wouldn't have felt insecure. I was like, don't worry, he was married, he was lying. For a person I would talk to until 2 a.m., I didn't know he was married. That's a story for that. Now, wow, I said this one is from Kampala, but he's a Kampala. Kampala. Any man who has been to Kampala is a Kampala man the moment they mess up. Oh my God. Kampala men. That one was also a Kampala Muyai. I'll never forget that man. That man did me that. Why wouldn't I know? I did my due diligence because I was like, this man is too perfect. This man is too perfect to be single. He didn't even have a plan. He didn't have a Ugandan number. If I knew, I would have thought, but he didn't. He didn't have a Ugandan number. The other man there. And me, let me tell you guys. Who wanted a married man? If I wanted a married man, I would be married right now, happily. I'd have been a second wife. But why do single girls opt for married men? Who wants them? You've never been dated by a married man and you're asking why we opt for them. No one opts for them. Have you seen? There is no one. There is no man who acts single like a married man. These single men don't even act single because they act like they are taken by 20 women. Married men can act single. Because tell me why you can call a single man at 2 a.m. and he'll be like, I am sleeping. Married men act single. I was with this man at 2 a.m. every single day. We would talk from the time we wake up to the time we sleep. And how would I know? He made the lie so perfect. The other one. And if you know more information, you'll not even believe it because I was like, let me tell you one thing. I was at the point where my faith in God was deeping. I was struggling as a Christian at that point. And I know people don't want to acknowledge that. And then it was a Musumba man even. It was a pastor. Yes, he was. He was even a pastor. A big church. It took God not for me not to go to a media house and tell my story. Preacher. And I was at the point where my faith in God I was hanging on a thread. And I was struggling, like doing the most basic Christian things was so hard. And then what did the devil do? He sent a preacher my way. If it was not for God, I would be TikTok famous right now. I was like, the kind of relationship. This man was so perfect to a point where I was like, if he's this good, there must be something. Because every time I talk about it, I'm just like, every time I tell you guys, I have prayed to God and told him, don't send me a man from church. You guys think I'm lying? He was so, like, this person who cares so much. Like, he calls in the morning, he's like, how are you doing? He gives you accountability. He's like, I'm going to do this. Tell me why Mandem told me what he was even going to do, yet he was going to the wedding of his mother-in-law. He's like, I'm going to a cousin's wedding. I didn't even find out. When I decided to do my due diligence after like 2 months, I'm like, this man is too perfect to be true. I need to find. And it was just that one time where I was seated. That is why for me, I'd be like, a man cannot lie to me for so long. I was like, this man is too perfect to be true. There must be something lacking in the background. I need to find out what it is. So I started to do my due diligence. I went and I did a photo search of his DP on WhatsApp, and it didn't bring out anything. And I was like, probably I'm just overreacting. He's maybe a perfect man. I'm just overreacting. Let me first close my window so that my neighbors don't think I am. And he changed his DP, luckily enough, to another photo of him with some children, because he's a preacher, obviously. You understand why he's with children. So he puts another photo, and the Holy Spirit tells me now that's the photo. Because I can't say it was anyone else, because that time I had it so clearly, it was like, use that photo. I put it in Google and Instagram. Well, that Instagram takes me there, but it has nothing because it's a private account. And I'm like, I don't have an investigative account on Instagram. So I'm like, what should I do? So when I went to that Instagram, there was a name of a church there. So I'm like, let me go and search this church. Problem was, Mandem was stupid because he was so perfect to a point of stupidity. Because I am Lorna, what do you expect? If I tell you guys I'm analytical, I know what I mean. I even analyze the smallest thing that you least expect me to analyze, even when I don't analyze it at that moment. After some time, I know that this is probably pointing to something, so I keep it in my mind, and then I'll start from there, digging and digging. So Mandem had written a statement, like what he had told his entire story on why he hadn't chosen this certain career path and all this drama and all that. And I'm like, okay. When I put in that church, the first thing that comes is that very statement that he gave me. Because why are you not changing your things? What is this man going to tell me? That he was trying to experiment and find out how people work? Married man? But I was divorced long time ago, but he told me about his child. I love children, so me, I don't mind guys with children. That's, I think, my biggest weakness. I love children. So when a man is like, I have children, I'm like, I don't care. As long as you love me and you love your child, I don't care. So I go digging. And on this, I go to the church. Why am I even telling you how I am an investigator? But we are 2 hours in. If some fool is going to go digging into this live stream, I don't think they would watch it for 2 hours. You also have problems by the time you watch it this far. So I go digging. I go to that church Facebook account. You know, Facebook is a footprint that you can never erase. I go through every post, one post at a time, and I see Mandem. At some point, someone had written a word, but I don't understand it. It was in another African language. And I'm like, let me go and translate this thing into our local language, into English. I go and I translate it, and it was like, proud of you, son-in-law. I'm like, son-in-law? I check the time, it was 2 years back. I go back to our messages. He told me he was divorced 5 years ago. I'm like, coach you. I write that down. I go back to that person's Facebook and I tap it and I go through their photos. The first time, nothing comes up. I'm like, Then when I go to the photos, nothing comes up. And then I go and I'm like, I give up. The next time I go back, because this time I hear the voice telling me this is now the perfect time to go back. I go back and I check. And this time, instead of going to photos, I go to something else. They're like those other photos where someone has tagged you in. And the wedding, I see the wedding pictures. And these wedding pictures are coinciding with the same time Mandem told me he was going for his cousin's wedding. It is that I told him, will you take photos? Oh, I don't know. I've not been with these guys for so long. They are my distant relatives, so I haven't talked to them in a while. I'm like, at that point, I believed it. I was like, the man has accounted. But God loves me so much. Like when I say God has been faithful, God has been faithful indeed. I keep on digging. The next thing I know, I am finding out who this person's child is, and then I see pictures of the daughter's, this mother-in-law's daughter's birthday, and then I see Mandem. He wasn't even there. I had to go like people who tagged, different people who tagged, and then I saw a picture of Mandem there. I was like, spicy. I was like, got you. He had given me a wrong name actually, but he had given me a name. Because I keep on talking about how I love my nephew, and I gave my nephew that name, the Daniel name. And Daniel means Daniel. So tell me what Mandem's name was. He's like, my name is Daniel. And because I love my nephew, the moment I met this person and he told me his name was that, I was like, oh my God, you have my nephew's name? This is a match made in heaven. Oh my God. Match made in heaven, never. But match made in hell, this one was. Yeah, his name for starters started with a D, but yeah, his name was not Daniel. He just said it because he knew I had a nephew whose name was that. So yeah, I got played. I'm not the wisest, I admit. But I'm not dumb. You can play me, but you cannot play me for long. That one is for sure. So I found out Mandem was match made in heaven, never, but match made in hell. That one was a match made in hell. Because tell me why the devil saw the time when I was really struggling, and then he sent a preacher to be the one to destroy my faith the more. But God has been so faithful. God has loved me, guys. For a person who has gone through certain crazy stories, like sometimes I sit and I'm like, why do I still support love? Why am I a lover girl? Because and then Brendan will come and be like, now you're going to impose that on the next. No. Even when you think before that one, there was no one who had hurt me before, but I still gave him a benefit of doubt until I was like, Mandem, you're lying at some point. There is something wrong here. There was a time Mandem told me a lie after I had found out. But when I found out, I didn't even tell you. Mandem told me a lie. And then, because I had been searching about that church, they sent me a notification. This church is going live in a few minutes. Guess who was on the pulpit preaching that day? Mandem was preaching. I don't blame him. I was like, it took everything in me. It took a certain destiny in me to be like, Lorna, don't comment that. Don't comment anything. But in my head, I was like, tell him at least believe in what you're preaching. One time I'll do a real story time and just be like, story time, get ready with me as I tell you a story about how I was scammed by a preacher. But then you also think about it and you're like, I'm a Christian. I don't want to, because of late, the Holy Spirit has been teaching me about the church being of God and not a church of people. So you have to differentiate that the church of God is different from the church of men, because men are prone to sin at some point. But God, what does Romans say? Let God be true and every man a liar. Is it Romans? Yeah, it's Romans. I think it's Romans. It's one of my favorite verses. But yeah, let God be true and every man a liar. So rely on the church of God, but not the church of men, because men will always let you down. You know, the things that they'll be like, but they are Christian, they're still a man. He's a preacher of God, but he's still a man. We should stop holding them. Of course, yeah. Like, that is why I said it took a certain discipline and the intervention of the Holy Spirit to like tell me this is not the time you should be, because I was so like, the things I cannot talk about, but I had hardcore evidence that could ruin this person. It is not even just our communications that could ruin this person, but it's like I had things. The things this man was sending me could have made him run away and lose his marriage and lose his child. And then I was like, calm down. Like, even at the point of like, I was in my weakest point and I was having this disappointment, and I have this hardcore evidence, and I'm just like, close your eyes, delete those conversations, delete his number, and cut communication. Recently, I found his number there, and I was like, hi, Mami Musumba. Yeah. But that was like the funniest. I hope he changes his life, really. I hope he does actually change his life. Maybe I should tell him. I should tell him how I felt at that time, because I was like, that was my weakest point. But even in my weakest point, God came up and he was like, Leona, you're a child of God. Don't do that. Because trust me, if I had released Mandem's nudes into the public, he would have hidden his face. He would have hidden his face. So one time I should actually write a testimony, because it's going to come to 2 years, to 1 year since that happened. So for me to even talk about, like, it's very hard for me something to happen in that moment and talk about it in that moment. So even when I'm talking about it, it's like I have gone through a lot of healing and moments where I realized it was just a moment of temptation. And for me, I can't testify that God has always come up and showed up even in my weakest points. So I wouldn't have told that story, but it's just like, damn, I'm in a good mood. They didn't respond. Like, I did tell this person, you did me dirty, this is what happened. I know you're lying about your name. I know you're married. I know this and this. They didn't say sorry. So they didn't apologize. You'd have thought Mandem should have been like, I am sorry and all that. I didn't mean to involve you, but they were not sorry. I think they're going to move on the next person. That is why I feel like I should tell them what they did was wrong, because maybe, just maybe, they're also having a moment of weakness in their lives as a preacher, because we are not going to hold them into this position of perfection. Our preacher always says, do not hold me as a perfect man, because I also have my weaknesses. I'm a work in progress. But it is like, usually we separate them from humanity and make them look like they're angels of God. But even angels do sin, because Satan would not be Satan if he was, and yet he was an angel of God. So yeah, one time, one of these days, I should write him a long message like this and tell him how I felt about what he did, so that he doesn't do it again. Because I know in his mind, he's thinking through his lower parts and not his mind. or his place in God and the position that he holds, especially when a person is going through that moment, and then as a preacher you come and do something like that. So he will make people hate Christianity, and yet it's not about men, it's about God. But yeah, that's my story and my lessons from that. It's been a funny time. Last year I experienced a lot of things, like I was going through a lot of things. It was like everything just came and it was hitting me at this rate where I just didn't understand. It was just everything was coming in, everything, and the year had started off bad. So it was just like everything was coming in and hitting me, and I was just struggling mentally, physically, and psychologically. Is that also a thing? Emotionally, and yeah. And at that point, my man had gone, or I had left my man. Now I talk about it as if he was the one who had left me. My man, I had woken up. I'm the one who did. When I talk about it, I make it look like I'm the one who had left. He's the one who had left me. Even when I was crying to my... Yeah, I did. The preachers... Yeah, I did. That one I did. That is why I was like, I closed my eyes and deleted everything. I deleted the entire conversation. Because I was just like... We don't have the same discipline when it comes to people from the West and people from Africa. Like, people in the West, it is okay to share that. I don't know if it is also okay for preachers to do that. He seemed like a perfect man. Fiona, you delete that message. I don't want people who haven't been in our conversation to listen to this conversation and be like, this is what they were talking about. You never know, man, they might even see it himself when he's out there watching. But God have mercy on all of us. Even me as a Christian, I have my moments. I always tell my friends, one day when my bad information comes up, people have mercy. Have mercy on me. I'm a human being. I'm not here trying to be like, I'm the most perfect person. No one is perfect. Everyone is a work in progress. Oh, but you're Christian. Everyone is a work in progress. You think for you as an atheist, you're struggling to be perfect, and you think me, I'm perfect. Why are you taking away the humanity part from me? I'm also human, just like you. But look, I have stories. Like, guys, if we sat down and we just started talking about... When I started doing that dating series, like, guys, there was a time I did dating series and I did story time about my dating experiences, and then I was like, and then the for some reason my phone froze and everything went, and I was like, maybe it was God. Maybe God knew that if this came out, it would cause me problems. But I am still here. So when I tell you guys, my parents should intervene and get me a husband. I have tried my personal effort. I should be saying, not by power, not by might, but by the Spirit of a living God. Everything is possible. Fiona, were you here when you were here when I was blowing them for my nephew? Why though? Yeah, you were here. No by power, no by might, but by the Spirit of the living God. Everything is possible. No, I didn't give it to him. Because I thought I would make him a party and he would come with his friends and they would come and I would buy more, and then The good times have ended. I have to go and prepare for church, people. In all things, God has been faithful. I am who I am today because of God. Everything is possible. How do you think? People be there. You're getting older. Have a child. Someone was here and they were like, "I'm waiting for your child." Every people, let me tell you, moving forward, you tell me, Lord, I have a child, I will kill you. I will kill you. Because you're telling me to have a child. You want me to, will you come and babysit for me the child? I can't wait for you to have a child. People who tell me that I have a child. You love children too much. Why don't you have a child? I'll beat you. Look at your head. Hi. We're getting bigger every day. Bigger every day. We're getting bigger every day. I'm still here refusing to give my nephew his bubbles. I don't have time, DIY. Let me tell you guys. Thank you. That is nice. Let me tell you guys a story. I'm not sure if it was 2023. This is like a testimony. So guys, be nice, eh? No, I don't have. 2023, I got fibroids, but I didn't know that I had fibroids. And me, every Thursday I'm at church and all that. Sunday I'm at church. So it's like I don't even have that consciousness that, yeah, I know about India. We have Indians here. So I have an Indian friend, by the way, you guys. He took me for my first spa date. It will be a story for another day. It's not nice. Oh my God, I have, not acne, but I have I don't know, it's not acne. I don't think it's acne, but I have skin rash. But yeah, it will be fine. So this one Sunday, I got to see my mom as usual. And I come, and I'm supposed to come home. But as I'm leaving church, I have this really bad stomach ache in my lower belly, which is usually, no, Fiona, have you seen my skin? Yeah, it's clearer than it has been anyway. 24, making 25 this month. Next year, if you ask me my age, I'm 25. So I go to my mom and I tell her I have this excruciating pain in my lower belly. And she's like, you should take some, there is some medicine that she usually takes for her stomach pain, her cramps. She's like, you should take some. I tell her, no, I don't like that. Because someone had told me you should never take that medicine. You should never take that medicine. DIY. You should never use that medicine. So the pain was too much. And eventually I tell my mom, okay, give me that medicine, and I take it. So she gives me the medicine. But this pain had been on and off for like a whole week, like on and off. So I take the medicine and I decide to go and see my long-term best friend, who is a guy. He's called Jonathan. So I got to see my best friend at his hostel because I hadn't seen him in a long time. I don't know the last time I saw him, but the whole time I was at my friend's place, like I'm so happy to see this person and to spend that moment with him. But the whole time I was lying down, and I eventually told him, give me a pillow, and I just lie on my tummy because I'm in excruciating pain. And he gives me a pillow. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. He's my best friend. I've had him since I was like 13. So he's my best friend. He's nice. Should meet him. He's a funny guy. He's like this person who you take long without talking to, and then he'll talk to you after some time. He understands my behaviors, so he doesn't complain. So I lie down. I eventually tell him, like, when it ended, I remember we took photos, but I was even in pain with my best friend because I was just like, I've seen him in a long time. I hadn't seen him, I think, in like 10 plus years. So I was so excited to finally see him. I had last seen him in primary school. So to even see him today was so nice. And I'm excited. We take photos, but I'm in excruciating pain. So eventually I sit on a motorcycle to come back home, but I'm in pain. So I got off at the traffic lights and I start sloping. And I remember getting off the motorcycle and hitting my, like going down on my knees because I was in a lot of pain. Like I'm holding my tummy. Oh God, I was in excruciating pain, guys. I can't even explain it. But you know those labor pains, like I'm experiencing labor contractions, and I didn't know that this is possible. But yeah, and I eventually come home, and because the pain is too much, I took another pill from what my mom had given me. That painkiller, it's a strong painkiller. It's not advisable to use. So I come home and I just put my things away and I go to bed and I sleep. At 2 a.m. I wake up to go and use the toilet. And as I'm in the toilet, I feel something drop from inside me. And it looks like a baby. Pyroxicam. Yes, that is it. That's the medicine. I don't take it. So I feel something like drop inside me, and then and it's huge. It's like a size of an orange. And I had someone talk about it. And it's like it has been detached from my body. And I panic. I run from the bathroom and I just go back to bed. Hi. And I lay down and I sleep because I'm just like, I cannot tolerate that. I cannot, like, right now, my mind cannot think about that. So I just go back to bed and I sleep. It is 6:41. I don't know, but the doctor said it was a fibroid that fell out. The doctor who was treating me back at that time, he still treats me every once in a while. So I go back to bed, and in the morning I wake up and I take a photo of it and then I send it to that guy, and I'm like, this fell out of me. Like I even sent it to him at 2 p.m. Like this happened at 3 a.m. India is ahead of us. I didn't know that. But yeah. I send him the image. He's like, that's a fibroid. You have to come in and I do a scan. I remember sitting and looking at the thing and I start praying and I tell God, that's the last one to come out of my stomach. I don't have any more. And I said, this is the last pain I'll have of that kind. I'm not going to go for any checkup. So yeah, it's been how many years? 3 years. I'm not married. Do you have an Indian brother who is single? So yeah, that happened. I have never gone for a checkup. I've never had that pain. I don't think I have them. I'm ready to have a baby when I am ready, when I meet the right person. You people, do you want to talk about your body counts? People in the live stream, please come and tell this one. I only have one body, so I didn't know that. No, it's not first come, first serve now. I need to fall in love with the person. Do you want me to be saying, you may kiss the bride and then I am worried? What if I don't like his breath? I want someone that I love and they love me back. You guys saw what I posted on my status today. That's the kind of marriage I want. 20 years later and we are still... You people, they're asking you about what is your body count. Me, I have one body, so... You people, what is your body count? Fiona, DIY, what is your body count? I can see many people here. Tell us your body count in the what? Big man like you don't even have one body like this. You don't even have one body part only. Big man like you. Jokes, anyways, guys. Come and tell us your body counts here. We are waiting. This man them wants to know. You know now. Now I'm a nun. Me, I'm a nun. I might as well be the next person to the Pope. I've never got married. I have never seen a man. I've never even seen a man's nakedness. Do you guys realize that when it gets to like 1 hour and 30 minutes, I start talking crazy stuff? Because in my mind, I'm like, who is going to watch this live stream this long? You'd also have to have problems. DIY, you've never been with a woman? Isn't that scary? Yeah, me, I'm the Pope. If you're the nun, I'm the Pope. We're getting bigger every day. Bigger every day. We're getting bigger every day. Me and Bread, we are not best friends. No hesitation. We're taking over. Yeah, why? Have you had Fiona? Being a Pinocchio right now. What does that mean? DIY, explain yourself. Like the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth the or I hope some of you are not palm readers and now you're reading my palms. I was hiding my face because the bread was stuck on my upper side of my mouth. Ooh, I don't think I'm getting the chicken Horlicks anymore. When will I eat it? Have a bite, not a big one, just a small one, small. But don't eat too much. Yesterday I watched a movie where this girl was with a man who used to buy her everything. He was very rich. I watched a Nigerian movie. This thing. It's bread. I don't know. Maybe it's what you guys would call a sandwich. Usually I call it a burger. Eggs and what? Tomatoes and bread. A person who has been told that a white man will make me eat bread, I am now choosing it by choice. Before the white man has forced me to eat bread. Anyway, jokes, guys. And yes, eventually, this guy starts beating her because he doesn't want her to be an actor and all that. No, I haven't. You should send a link to me and I watch it tomorrow. DIY. Don't I see you preparing toast on your YouTube? DIY. Why do you lie? Why do you lie, Mandem? Let me respond to this. It's important. Didn't I say bread in one of your meals? I don't know. I'm just making up points. So yeah, this guy keeps telling her to quit her acting career and just become his wife, his wife married to a rich man, and then she refuses, and she tells the guy actually she's going to consider it, and then so you'll make us eat a lot of eggs in your house. That was just thinking out loud. So anyways, guys, I was still telling you. So I was still telling you guys. And the guy, she told the guy she would consider quitting her job. So she did not quit her job, but what she did, she forgive my craziness. So she told the guy she would consider quitting her job, and then she actually signed up for another movie. And when she signed up for that movie, the guy had gone to Dubai, and he surprised her by coming back earlier, and he bought her a G something G85 or something car, and she was excited about the movie and all that about the car. And then he's like, let me go and pick up your wig and we drive around. And then he went and he saw a script, and then he came and hit her. So she dumped that man and went. And then she met another guy who was so sweet. And the guy was just acting because he wanted to get fame from her. And when he got fame from her, he started being with other women. And then she had a long time friend who told her that that was her ex-husband. So yeah, things are like that. The movie is called Fame and Fury and Fame of Fame and Fury. It has that guy of Achalugo. I really, I hate it when I watch actors that I like doing things that I like being bad characters in a movie. Okay, guys, it was nice having you guys around. Thank you for sticking around. Have a lovely evening. I have to go and prepare for church. Bye.